any little bit of progress you make, be fucking happy. Okay, and that's so key. Nowadays, guys are just like, they open a girl, they're like, whatever. Guys get a number of a girl, they're like, whatever. You know how cool a number was back in the day? A number was like, you're a pickup god. You'd be a pickup guru if you could get numbers. That was the standard back in the day. 8 years ago, there'd be like pickup coaches who all they would do is just get numbers. They wouldn't fuck the girls, but because they could get numbers, they were coaches, and people are like, oh my God, the MPUAs are fucking getting numbers. Read the book, The Game. It's like, I went out with Mystery, and he got this girl's number. That was the fucking standard. If I got a number, like my first number, I was like, oh my God. I never saw her, but I was like, oh my fucking God. It was like the coolest thing that ever happened in my life. Okay? Now, what's a number? Everyone's like, yeah. It's like if you're not giving yourself props for the little bit of progress you make, no wonder you're having trouble sticking at this or progressing, okay? When I was getting good, I was riding a fucking upward spiral of just positivity and feeling like I'm the shit, okay? I felt like I'm the shit every little bit of progress I made, okay? Give yourself props. Now, when I say this too, you know, there's always one guy who's like, well, Julian, what if I'm not taking action? I'm giving myself props. It's like, use common sense as well. If you know you're fucking slacking off, be pissed at yourself so you kick yourself in the fucking ass to take action. Okay, common sense. But as long as you are taking action, again, motivate yourself to take more action by being happy. Okay, again, if you suck and you open a girl, you should be fucking happy. That should be the same as like fucking 10 girls in a row. The same fucking emotion. Okay, you gotta start being happy. You started coming from that frame of mind and ultimately cultivating a fucking good attitude when going out. Okay, a lot of guys, they come at this again, they're very, okay, they want to get good very fast. That's like one friend of mine. It's like, I want to get good very fast. This sucks. And they view every little bit of practice as like a chore and just like shit. You know, I'll see a thread sometimes, like one guy posts on RC Nation. It's like, how many approaches does it take before I fuck a girl? How many approaches does it take you guys before you fuck a girl? Like viewing approaches is like the chore. It's like, oh, how many do I have to do before I can finally stick it in? Like that's what he's thinking. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's the worst frame of mind ever. It's like you should be enjoying all the fucking approaches. You should be enjoying the practice, the repetitions. It's not just about skipping to the fucking end. Okay? So that there, it's fine to practice. Guys will come in at this with a very like victim mentality. Okay, again, it's like, I'm such a victim, and they like latch onto all those excuses. They're very negative, they're very leechy. Okay? Very common, again, it's like, let's just take boot camp as an example. A guy will come out of a set. First of all, he'll be sad. Okay, like, oh, got rejected. He'll come like that. And then he'll come up to me and he'll do this. Like that, right? Like, what do I do? Or like trying to get like something, make me feel good. Okay, and that's like the worst frame ever. Okay, it's victim, needy, leechy, bad. Okay, for you guys, the rule is whenever you come up to me on boot camp, you're coming with a smile and a high five. If you don't smile and high five, I won't acknowledge you. You'll have to go back and walk back with a smile and high five. Okay, it's like guys who get good are positive, outgoing, offering value. They don't have that leechy fucking vibe. Okay, and that's not something you just do with girls, because that's too. It's like guys will be leechy, and then as soon as they go with the girls, they're like, hey, like that. It's not a front you put on. It's like you're like this all the time. Okay, and that's super key. The frame you should come from is like, act as if there's always a fucking 10 next to you. That's the way you should act. Okay, like right now, look at yourselves in the fucking crowd. If there was a fucking 10 sitting next to you, would you be acting, sitting, talking, say to the people next to you the same way as you are right now, yes or no? Most likely the answer is no. Okay, like again, guys are not always on. It's like, oh, well, there's no girls around, there's no reason to smile. That'll happen. Guys whose default, like, they don't smile, they're like, well, I'll smile only if there's a girl, only if they approach. Okay? Oh, well, I'll be social only if I'm out in a club. Or shit like that. Oh, I'll talk to a girl only if I'm out, otherwise no. Oh, there's no reason to be funny, there's no reason to offer fun. There's no girls around. And that's like the worst shit ever. It's like you should be like this 24/7. Okay? Now again, that doesn't mean being like always like, oh, like game mode. It's okay to like take it chill sometimes, but this is something that has to be part of who you are. It's not some little, you know, front that you put on when you go out. Okay? Saying you're only gonna smile and like be proactive or be funny when talking to girls is like, you know, how do you say it? You compare it to like a comedian who's like, I'm only gonna be funny if I'm paid. It's like, no, it's like you're always like that. You want to be sex worthy? You should always be fucking sex worthy. Okay? Even when asking fucking questions. You know, it's like you can even tell like how good a guy is just by the questions. Or on boot camp, it's like debrief. I'm like, what about last night? And they tell the story. It's like, well, you know, it was nice. Da-da-da. If some guy's like that, I'm like, oh my God. Even in the questions. If some guy's like, Yeah. Julian, I feel like girls are very bored when talking to me. I'm like, no shit, dude. I'm falling asleep listening to you right now. All right? It's like, if a guy's like that here, it's like I already know if he fucking sucks. Like, you should be like this all the time. Commit to what you say. Okay? If you're like asking a question, if you're telling a story, make it count, no matter if there's a fucking girl around or not. Okay? Act as if there's a fucking 10 next to you all the time. You need to learn like how to laugh, okay, at what's happening, and more importantly, how to laugh at yourself. Huge. You can't take yourself seriously when you're out. Okay? Like, being a cool guy isn't acting like James Bond or being like worried about how you appear. Okay? That's like super low value, and oftentimes you'll just be very, very stuck up. Okay? Like, I'll have guys sometimes they roll in, they're like, they say hi, they're like, hello. Just like trying way too hard. I'm like, ugh, it's just weird. You'll see guys like, again, they're stifled by it. You know, I had a guy who did a boot camp. He was like really into like fitness and gym. He's like, oh, but if I laugh too much, doesn't that make me look gay? I'm like, no, dude, loosen up. Okay, it's like the cool guy is the guy who just doesn't give a fuck and has like tons of fucking fun. The guy who's just loose. Okay, not trying to be cool. Okay, stop trying to be fucking cool. That shit there is going to prevent you from truly getting like the girls who are hot. Okay, like if you want a 10, you want to be the most high value guy there. How would the most high value guy there act? He just wouldn't give a fuck. He'd be the loudest guy, the more self-assertive guy, the most relaxed, loose fucker there, and just having tons of fun. If you're not having fun, or you can't have fun, what does that mean? You're too in your head to loosen up. If you're like fully entitled, like I'm the shit, of course you're gonna be having fun. Okay, loose, carefree. Okay, and learn how to laugh. What is your sense of humor? You should do this. Every time you go out, at the end of the night, write down 3 things you say or do you find fucking funny. Okay? If you're not a guy who's funny, you're not going to get many fucking girls. Okay? And that's the truth. What exactly makes you laugh? That's how I get myself in the zone. When I go out tonight, I know exactly the type of humor that resonates with me. I know exactly what to say. I know exactly what buttons to push to get myself in the zone. I know exactly what to do with every fucking thing that could happen. And once you have that, you have control over your nights out. It's impossible to have a bad night out. At this point, for me, it's impossible to have a bad night out. I won't always fuck a girl, but I'm never going to feel like shit when I'm out. Ever. Being very modest. Ever. And when I say ever, I mean ever. There's different types of humor that are unique to people. Okay, and this is key. It's like some shit that I say, I find extremely funny. Most likely, you will find it offensive. Brad, on the other hand, he likes going, say, more self-amused. It's like, he calls it like going full retard. Okay? That's like Brad's sense of humor. Okay, people will think like Brad would just go out and be cool. Brad's like the biggest fucking clown out there when he goes out. Now, when I mean clown, okay, this guy's like, oh, is he entertainer? No, okay? He's not entertaining the girl, he's entertaining himself. And that's the key. It's like, you can be a dancing monkey, and you should be a dancing monkey, but for yourself. Okay? But that's Brad. It's like, you'll see him, he'll be like the goofiest, loudest, most obnoxious guy out there. That's his way of having fun, okay? If he starts getting in his head or he starts like losing fun, what does he do? He starts yelling. That's it. Even middle of the conversation, he'll be talking to a girl, he'll be like, yeah, so anyway, he's like, oh, this is boring. Oh, just starts yelling, like right in the girl's face. The girl's like, oh. That's his way of fucking like loosening up, okay? There's like a video I show in the hot seat too, where it's like, you see Tyler talking to a girl, and in the background, you just hear like a dude yelling, and that's like Brad. Standing still, oh, like yelling. That's his way of self-amusing. So that's one way of fucking around, okay? Some other guys, again, they find it funny to like just like maybe like do weird dances, or like going on the dance floor and fucking around. Some guys like going up and say pretending to be shy. You can do that. You know, you can do like what I call the chode walk around the club. Go out tonight and just do like this. Crunch your shoulders, be like this. Just look sad and walk around the club like that. That could be funny too. Again, anything where you laugh at yourself this way, that's how you just get in the zone. You just loosen the fuck up. It's like, it's not this whole serious ordeal. And that there's how you become like the most like fun fucking dude out there. That's how you create like a massive ecosystem of just positivity. Like when I roll out, or if you see me out, like I'm the fucking happiest dude ever. It's like, I'm like, that's why the girls are coming towards me. I'm having more fun than them, and I'm giving less of a fuck than them. And though that vibe there is just addictive. Everyone can't have fun. It's so funny. It's like, you see guys out just like, where they try to drink, hoping at some point the fun will kick in. That's what they do. And they just care way too much. You know, everyone's like, oh, so self-fucking conscious. They can't let loose. Even you walk around during the day, look in the street, people are like super self-conscious. It's horrible. If a girl sees you, she's like, oh my God, you know, she'll want to be around that energy, hoping it's going to rub off on her. Everyone wants to be around that. If you have a friend who's like super fun and just doesn't give a fuck, you're always happy when he's out because you hope it rubs off on you.